everyone, welcome to the stream. It's been a while since I've jumped into an arena game and actually done a BGA stream, but happy to be back. Anyhow, I've got a game actually going on right now. I'm just going to jump over to the game board and break down the setup with folks. I've been doing quite a bit of streaming these days for TMTL, and so my stream setup's been completely different. It's been arranged mainly just to sort of do that. So I was like fiddling around with this for like, I don't know, 45 minutes this morning, just trying to figure out how I can get a scene sort of collection that will work for BGA streaming, given how that I've completely rejigged all my settings and everything to do the TMTL casting. So anyhow, I think I'm organized. But it did mean that I started my stream a little bit later than I normally would. Although this is on slow settings, when I got a game, it said it's like I needed to pick a faction. I was in seat 1 and I had like 5 minutes. I can see the time up here actually. So I don't think I've ever seen this. Is this normal for slow speed? I don't know that I've been in a game where I've actually seen myself have 5 minutes before. Hey, Super. Yeah, this seems very slow. Is this normal for slow speed? Actually, it doesn't allow you to change the speed settings per se. You can, when you queue for Arena, there are some settings where you can basically mark your preferences. So you can say that I guess you can actually mark, the options are like, want to play with a certain setting and sort of, I forget what the options are, but I'm sort of indifferent, would rather not, and then definitely don't want to. So you can say like, I want to play fast speed, I want to play normal speed, I definitely don't want to play slow speed. You can put those settings in, and then it will try to find games for people that match the settings that they've inputted. And so even for Arena, you do have some options. Obviously, you can't choose like map and all those sorts of things, right? Like a lot of stuff is standard in Arena, but you do have some flexibility. Also in terms of players level, like you can choose to play it like players at your level. I think that's still an option. But the point is I think people, I think it's not perfect. I've heard like anecdotal reports of people saying like, they've marked their settings as I never want to play on X speed, and then they'll eventually get a game if the arena queue is slow. Which, for instance, for me today, it was. I've been waiting to get a game for a while. So, Cultist at 40. Okay, I should actually break down this setup and see what's going on here. So madly trying to get this organized and stuff that I didn't really break this down. I just sort of saw like, engineers with no color neighbors. But it's engineers with mermaids. Mermaids are always kind of annoying. Everything here looks great, except for mermaids don't look awesome. Darklings are starting out with a couple workers. Mermaids then get the spade. Seems nice. Cultists can get worker power. Cultists then probably just get worker power, and then engineers probably take the priest? Or do they take temp ship to guarantee double dig? What's the play here with cultists? Not entirely sure. If it's Mileblast playing, I think he'll wait for the leech with a priest in hand. Interesting. I don't know Mileblast is like I know Mileblast. I played a decent bit with Mileblast, but for some reason I don't have a sense of like what his gameplay is like. I think I'm just starting on D5, guys, and seeing what the table does. By the way, I'm hoping this Darklings player, like, does, like, starts an H3 or, I don't know, something. We'll see. If he just goes E3, B4 or whatever, it's fine. But it would be nice. It would be nice to get that northern stretch. I guess, okay, that's the spot. I was What I should have gotten at is that was the spot I didn't want him to start. That would have been dope. E3 is not actually that important for me. Or I guess it's not that important that Darklings don't start there, because Mermaids are just going to dig it if they don't. Yeah. How do I feel about the starting locations for Darklings? I feel like this player kind of knows what's up. 227. It's definitely good enough to wreck me in an arena game. I've definitely recognized this player. Okay. So, where do you start again in this color wheel? Do I start on B5? Is that what I'm supposed to do? It seems lame. F6? Oh! Oh, I can just box Darklings in. Sort of. Oh, I just start F6 here. That's what you do. Engis might start E6. Yeah, I'm starting here. I think that's the play. I don't know. I forget how to play this game. I only commentate on games now, guys. I'm like a washed-up esports caster. I'm the Ty Domi, I suppose, of Terra Mystica now. I forget how to actually play this thing. Double East Darkling? Wait, what? Where? Double East Darklings? This isn't double. What do you mean? B4 F7? Humility from the top-ranked player. Sorry, double West. Oh, I think Darklings typically want to be double East on this map. Oh, I see what you mean, actually, and then you're correcting yourself. You mean double West. Yeah, that's sort of the Nerd Cube strat. The Nerd Cube Darklings is B4 E3. That's, yeah. I think B4 F7 was sort of more common when people were like not as familiar with the map, just kind of like looking at hexes and stuff. It's like, you know, F7 to D8 has that base map stretch. It's the same sequence of it's like, you know, 2 single digs and then a free hex. And then B4 or something seemed fine for folks. So I think people started B4 F7, and then it was like Nerdcube had kind of pushed people into E3 a bit more. What am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to take... I want worker power if engineers take priest, because I think I could get double dig with engineers and mermaids in the game. That seems like something that's actually not going to happen. But I mean, how bad is worker power even if I don't get it? Even if I don't get double dig. What is worker power then? Worker power is... I could open double temple and not have to take a copy of Earth 2, because it would give me a worker going into the next round. Oh, there's hardly any coins in this setup. That's what's weird about this. I'm trying to think ahead to what I might be passing on to at the end of round 1 going into round 2 to decide what my round 1 opening is like, and therefore what my pass tile is. So it's like I'm on worker power. What am I passing on to? A couple more workers or a spade or... Okay. Huh. Oh, I might get double. All right, let's run it. I don't know. I mean, this is also a Mayo block, because, like, in a sense, right? Like, if I'm engineers here, I would have really liked worker power, because you would just open with double dig, and you just do the Earth 2, like, temple for Earth 2, 2 trading posts and a dwelling opening, which is so good. Which is so good, and you need that extra worker to do it. Like, so you get double dig, you get both trading posts, you hit 6 points on the track. Like, it just would have been really clean for Mayo just to do that. So How do I not screw this up, guys? I upgrade D5. Yeah. Okay. What I need to do for this to work to get double dig is to upgrade here. If I upgrade here, then engineers have 11 power in Vol 2, and then mermaids will upgrade here because they have to. And then darklings would be like, well, I guess the power party is over here, and they upgrade, and then it goes back to engineers, and they have 4 power, and they get double dig. I can upgrade over here. I lose a bit of power from mermaids and engineers, but I invite darklings to upgrade next to me. So I could upgrade here. Engineers get 1 power. Mermaids upgrade here. And then darklings can either choose to give, can choose who to give double dig to. This might be silly. There's more to the game of Terra Mystica than the double spade in round 1. But yeah. Ah, the dreaded water spade, the dreaded water spade. Do I go for it? Not if I'm taking double. Nah. Ugh. Yeah. The dreaded water spade is so hard for cultists to get. They have no natural steps on water. There isn't really a round 1 favor that you like. Water 2 is goofy for them. Water 1 in round 1 isn't very strong. If you go double temple, you can do it, and then no one blocks you. If no one blocks, sorry, if no one blocks you and declines any of your steps, then you just basically like TP temple, boop 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 boop. You've got your water spade, but it can be tricky. Water spade seems like a bold reach. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably. Earth spades are easy because you always have, you know, like Earth 2 or Earth 1 to take as sort of to help you get. Oh, darklings, come on, my dude. Womp womp. Oh, interesting. Okay, so Mayo just sent his priest to Earth, because he doesn't have to. Huh. Doesn't have to take double dig yet. So the question here is, do I actually want to open double temple? Probably is what I'm supposed to do. And then just try to spade next round or something. So the question is, are darklings taking workers? They shouldn't, in which case I can just upgrade now, give engineers double dig, and then get more leech from them, and then wield workers. Let's do it. What does SMTH mean? Act 5 now or SMTH? Oh, okay. Yeah, Weber back in arena. It's right, Zick Cobb. I'm trying to remember how to play Terra Mystica. This game's complicated. Why is this game so hard? What's very true, Zick Cobb. Right on brand. I'm back, baby. Cultists at 40 at Lakes. Oh, okay. Okay, I see how it is. I should have taken workers. Obviously. It's fine. Also, what are mermaids doing? They haven't upgraded. So I should have taken workers there. I didn't think Darklings were going to take workers, basically because they started on the 2-worker tile, but I forgot that they're probably just angling for a sanctuary open. So we have just 2 trading posts sitting on the board. Oh, but I have worker power. I started with an extra worker. So I just really need a 3-worker convert. Still kind of lame. It's actually tempting to leave a trading post on the board and just temple up in round 3, but that's probably wrong. It's probably bad. Why is that so bad? It's bad. Never mind. Good talk. Okay, so... Just gonna 3-worker convert, folks, and it'll be fine. And I'm gonna take Fire 1, and I'm gonna play Cultists on Lakes and take Fire 1 and Earth 1 in round 1, and then I'm gonna upgrade Ship and Dig in round 2. And no one on the stream has ever seen me do this exact game plan. But we're playing Cultists, taking Fire 1. It's just what it turned into. Look, I just caved so quickly on the Water Spade. Look how pathetic. My attempts at the Water Spade were nil. Usually I have more in me. I've got more guts. Actually, with Engineers, had I known what opening I was going to do, if I was like paying attention to stuff, I probably could have gotten that Water Spade, actually. Engineers, with Engineers and Darklings, I should not point at my computer monitor and use my mouse. But like they would have accepted 2 steps. Engies are accepting both steps. Like, it's fine. I could have gotten it. Anyhow. You know what would be super clutch? Is if I could actually get E3 this game. It's so hard to get this town. Oh, also, I think I have a new drawing tool. Let's see if it works. Oh, baby. This is the town I meant. Yeah, let's see if this thing actually works. Is it gonna... Oh, nice. The previous drawing tool I had, guys, just stopped working. It's like Chrome updated or something, and it's the tool like just doesn't show up in the extensions anymore, so I had to find a new one. Anyhow. What do you think of this? I'll draw you a picture. There you go. I'm obviously losing my mind. We should be paying attention to this game. That was for you, Super Zarni. Look at all the leech I'm getting, folks. This is just... This is kind of wild. I guess that's why cultists are also good on this map, is you do get a lot of leech. What are mermaids doing? And how is the answer giving me a spade? Darklings are... What are Darklings doing? One and a half, 2, 3. Oh, Darklings are getting their sanctuary out. Yeah, probably, actually. And that's what I'm thinking. I mean, what I don't want to happen is for me to upgrade. Like, there's a world here where Mile-Blast gets coins and Double Dig in round 1. So I'm trying to count turns and see if this is going to, like, if this is an issue, because then I don't get to pass on to temp ship and I don't get double dig next round. Like that would be the consideration. So like because I could just build a temple, take fire 1. I would get a step. Okay, so that's no more power because I'd probably send it to Earth. And then I would have 066. I get 2 here, 2 here. So I get 4 more power. So I'm 0210. That's still enough for coins and enough power for double dig. Plus, I might end up passing on to temp ship. So I have lots of power. Question is anyone getting out of the round before me? Darklings obviously don't want double dig. The consideration would be mermaids. But if they pass before me, then I just get the spade. And I'm always passing before engineers. I also just think like a coins action in this low coin of this. Well, it's a fairly low coin setup. There's hardly any coins in the past tiles. There's actually decent coins on the cult, but anyhow, every coin action you can get this game is just like slightly sweeter. So yeah. Gosh, I want E3. Okay. The leech. The leech. Yeah, so engineers are also trying to avoid giving Darklings their sanctuary, and good job. I don't know that there's much else that they can do. I need to give engineers half of a power, and Blast needs to do something. He could upgrade E6 first to give Darklings less leech as opposed to upgrading C4 or building C3. But I have to upgrade F6 to a temple, so I can't delay. So like, I mean, Miles still doing it, but there's nothing like I have to give Darklings the other power, and it's going to be next turn, and then he'll just three power. He'll burn 3 power for 3 coins and get a sanctuary here. Well, how much of a jerk do I want to be? I should really think about this, actually. I could be a huge jerk here, and I'm not sure it's great. So the way I'm a jerk is I actually take single spade right now and decline build. Because I'll want a spade next round anyhow. And I probably just get the double dig anyhow. No, Mayo has 1 more turn left. I single spade and decline. Darklings are like, they just pass. L4 decline the worst play. Yes, basically. This person is a 250 rated player who has 200 plus games under their belt and is opening Sanctuary Darklings. Like that's plenty. Like I get wrecked from people all the time that have a third of my elo. Who is playing Darklings? This person. I just have to think about this, guys. We're gonna run this, and then we're gonna run this. Wait. I'm totally miscounting workers here. I can't. I have to decline build. I have to decline build. I could build my landscape or just leave it open. Sorry, folks. I'm just gonna sort of ignore chat for a second and think about this. It is a slow game, I guess. I'm allowed to take all this stupid amount of time. All right, so we'll see how this pans out. I going back to a couple people's earlier comments about the fact that I am kind of screwing over the worst player at the table. It is true. Having said that, like I think they came in at 40 some points on like Darklings on Lakes opening Sanctuary. Like I guess they're sandwiched, but like I don't know. I've played like this player is plenty good to like to win. Like I win against players that are like, if it was like 100 ranked player who was like starting on B2 I1 or something, I'd just be like, oh well, whatever, they're just an AI. But yeah, I don't know. Once players hit like 250, 300, it's kind of just like I'm treating them like normal opponents to some degree, and it's also like not a small thing. It's not like it's the difference between 4 points. They would have taken Fire 1, 3 coins, 4 points, 3 coins, and an extra priest going into a dig round where they're going to be like, they're my color neighbor. So anyhow, all those things. I think it's worthwhile trying to slow down. Yeah. In terms of this single spade, it's a little sus because I probably lose my tempo on, like, I'm not going to get double dig next round. But I think there's a chance that I just get a better pass tile here. Maybe I've completely bunged this up, and actually what's going to happen is engineers are getting mermaid spade, and I just can't count. I think engineers build a dwelling here, and then I build a temple, and then mermaids pass, and then engineers get the spade. I think I counted it earlier. Maybe I got my seat order in my head mixed up, that I thought that if I was passing last, I'd get the spade. Wonder what Mayo's thinking right now. Oh, he took a copy of Earth 1. That seems expensive. Okay. So he wants another temple or a dwelling. I mean, gosh, he needs more. More than 0 worker production is very good. Like, he needs workers badly. Did I think about the landscape there? No. Not in the slightest. Just because, like, I mean, not that I have the workers to back it up right now, but like that. I just want to get dwellings down as quickly as possible. Like, I'll just dig a free hex. Yeah, I just, I'm just taking a free hex and just leaving it so like when I have a worker, I'll just like build on it. It's like next round. I can just build a dwelling there. So I guess I just do this. And I do just continue going up Earth. And take coins. Water 2 after water bump, yeah. Expert player is speculating. I will. Oh, look, I have 40 points again. So not taking workers in round 1, it was pretty bad. And I should have saw that Darklings. That was just a bad play on my end. Like, obviously, if I was in Darkling seed, I would have taken workers when they did. Like, they were right to try to open Sanctuary, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so not taking workers there, like I still ended up opening double temple, obviously, but I just did it in a much more expensive way. And the trading post that I was able to upgrade got me more leech at a higher cost, only to throw that extra leech away into inefficient worker conversion. Like it's, as opposed to just like accepting the 1-for-1s that I would have gotten here for these upgrade sequences, like and then getting a more efficient power action. Like it was basically just kind of throwing away a couple points, basically. Assume Mile Blast passes for the spade. No, what do you get? Yeah, you did hear a cat. Yeah. Oh, passing on to workers seems like a lot of fun here. Oh, right. Mermaids have a spade. I'm never getting E3 here, guys. But D4 is still very good because it gives you access to the back of, like, to F2 and stuff. So, mermaids will take a double dig. Both mermaids and engineers will presumably will get all the spades here. Yeah. Also, Zevok went round to SA halflings for water too. Yeah. When did he do that? Zitcob? I mean, at this point, I think Zevok is just trolling me in Arena with his SA plays. This game looks pretty good for Mayo. I guess I just go here, or do I get a priest? I think maybe actually, do I send a priest to Earth? I might actually upgrade shipping twice. Maybe. Huh. Because there might be a bit of a pylon in the Earth cult. I don't really... I'm just going to take the bumps on Earth. Yeah. Mayo. Okay, sorry, Mayo Blast. Yes. Zitcob, just now, Zevok went round to SA Halflings, but it's the setup, and you concluded SA Halflings was best. Sorry, is he playing an arena game right now, and he opened SA? And when did I conclude SA Halflings was best? I have so many questions here. All right, what's happening? Mermaids presumably are trying to get all this stuff. They have temp ship. Makes a lot of sense. They can also just take double spade here, which seems good. So dig ground, spades are good. I guess they would dig this stuff. Oh, he's playing this the fickle setup. Yeah, that is funny. Yeah, that did cross my mind. That particular setup around to SA did make some sense to me. Yeah. Yeah, for folks who aren't familiar with what I'm talking about, Fickles built just designed a setup, I guess, because you can customize in BGA like which pass tiles are in and the exact like track order and stuff, and so Fickles sort of created a setup and and specified map and settings and even the factions and what seat order, and then just sort of like released in a post like here's the recipes for creating this, build this setup. And then it's sort of like just to try to get a discussion about like what's the correct, what are the correct moves here for every person, or for every faction. He's sort of like wants to evaluate it in the same way that people are kind of like evaluate chess often as a game. And so people have been playing it and just sort of debating what the correct moves are. And I played it a couple of times, and it was that Cubs talking about is like deduced that I thought round 2 Sanctuary actually made a decent bit of sense. Anyhow, I think here I'm sending a priest to fire. Engineers got workers. Engineers got workers. But they're probably not taking single spade because they have nowhere to dig. I actually don't mind a priest to fire here. And then maybe I can get single spade to come back to me. Oh, is the Bloody Tuesday? Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about the Tuesday League thing. Thank you for Faco for mentioning that. I had deleted it off of... I thought before I went live. Ugh, that's annoying. So I think what I would like here is if I could manage a ship advance and a single spade. But is anyone giving me any more leech? And I don't, am I... Alright, I'm going to advance ship. Yeah. I'm actually going to burn down below 6 to get single spade and build 2 dwellings on G5 and G4. Getting G5 before mermaids does is really important. A dig into dig round is good. 2 dwellings built this round that snowball into, immediately is very good. And I'll probably get an extra coin out of mermaids when I build on them this round that I otherwise wouldn't. I think it's very important. I'll be right back. What did I miss? Single spade still sitting there. No one gave me any leech because they're meanies. Cool. I either get Mayo's spade, the dwelling pass tower, the ship scoring. If I build a temple next round, which I might do, maybe, I will only have 2 dwellings on the board. So that's 4 coins and 2 points. Maybe a little more. I'm trying to figure out which of these pass tiles I would prefer. Because one option is I can single spade, decline build, then mermaid, send a priest off. Mayo has resources, but not really a ton to do. I guess he can upgrade ship and build some dwellings. Yeah, probably does that. Probably upgrade ship and builds a couple dwellings, so he's in for like a couple rounds. And mermaids, I think I don't slow play this. Oh, I actually don't get the second dwelling out. That's kind of funny. So does the landscape there make more sense? No, it still doesn't. All right. Hey, Heroic. How's it going? What did everyone think of the last TMTL season? Should I pass for ship scoring here? It was your first season, you loved it. Hey, Aerodel. If I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I hope I am. Thanks for the shirt. For those who don't recall, in season... in episode 3, perhaps? I forget which one it was. Jekyll and I sported TMTL branded shirts that Aerodel was kind enough to produce and ship to our houses. It was very nice. I have been pronouncing your name correctly. Good, good, good. Very good. So who's at the top of the leaderboard this season? It's like Deep Finesse. I think like Terra Steel, Rainier's Pencil, has been making a pretty hard push to get to the top, and Rafa, I think, seem to be kind of the kings of this arena season. I didn't play a ton last season. I kind of missed it. Oh, you've been playing a good amount of Lakes Heroic? Nice. Yeah, Lakes is definitely an interesting map. I played quite a bit of this on the there's a whole arena season dedicated to Lakes. Quite a while ago. It was probably a year ago or more when that. Yeah, I can't remember exactly. A bunch of arena seasons back, but I got pretty deep into that arena season. So Darklings took workers, not coins. Don't super get that. Engineers gets coins. That's amazing. That looks good for them. It's interesting. I wonder if I do want to build a temple, though. Could. Do I want to build another temple? Maybe. If I did, it would be on G4. And I would do a worker conversion. I don't know, it seems a little sus. I'm going to start with this. Just getting dwellings down is very good. Temple is also super coin intensive. Yeah, it is a lot of temples. Guess I'll start working my way up water. It is a lot of temples for sure. Okay, Sev. Engineers are actually on the big building tile. Because like building a temple this round and then delaying dwellings next round obviously hits the track a lot better. It's very tall and not super economic. It's a little greedy. It's interesting to put a bit of pressure on engineers to like they might not get water 1. Right? If I build a trading post right now, then they've lost tempo on water 1. Mayo might just respond by building a sanctuary. Which is interesting. I don't know that he would, but... I think... Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of goofy, admittedly. Yeah, so Mayo does just build a sanctuary. Okay. I don't know why I'm in a bit more of an aggressive play mood than normal. I'm like, took single spade to block Darkling's Sanctuary in round one, and then I'm trying to I care enough to try to water one block Mayo. So I am going to build a temple this round. The question is, what am I going to build a temple for? And the answer might actually just be another econ favor, but I'm not entirely sure. Things might get a little funky. We'll see. I think I send a priest to water here. I think I send a priest to water. What else do I do? I think I upgrade ship, and I think I build a temple. And then I pass for something. And then I think I build a bunch of dwellings next round. This game admittedly isn't great. It's a little funky. It's a little wonky. Miles is getting so much leech here. Okay. I actually need another leech to get out of temple. That's awkward. Okay. Yeah, how did I miscount that? Thought I had enough to get a temple. A temple and a dwelling. Or sorry, a temple and a ship advance. But I guess not. I was mistaken. Ugh. Oh well. It's been a while. I'm doing all the silly things. It's okay, this is somewhat salvageable. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah, exactly, super. Yeah. I decided to try to water one block Mayo, and then he responded with a sanctuary out of round. I mean, he was on the pass tile. It kind of seemed like a thing he would do. I don't know that it was that great, but it's probably fine. It's very expensive. Yeah. And then had I built the temple first... Okay, well, I can still do it. All right. Not entirely sure what I'm taking here. But I think it's air 2. What about single spade to try to beat Mayo on 2-key town? How would a single spade have done that? I get, like, if I had single spaded G6 with a landscape and then my temple was fire 2 or something? Is that the play? Yeah, I'm not sure. I kind of just get like, I kind of gave up on the rush for a 2-key town. As if Mile, Mile wants to build a sanctuary in round 3, which is very expensive as engineers, and it's also a temple round. Like, he built a sanctuary instead. Well, I guess he might build a temple this round too. He has so many resources. But anyhow, he's building a temple. He's building a sanctuary in round 3. And he has the center stretch. Like, he's just in a better town position than me. I kind of just gave up on the fight for a 2-key town because I would need 4-hex town, and I'm missing a neighbor, so I would need like a dwelling on G6 or a landscape and an expensive trading post. Like, I suppose I could have like done all that, but I kind of just sort of gave up based on like where my town's going to be in Milo's town position. It's just like he's going to beat me to the town if he wants it, kind of thing. The 2-key town, I think, can always be decent. I think the 2-key town in round 6 is good, Civ. Like, I think I understand where you're coming from, where it's like the 2-key town, is better the earlier you can get it, because those steps are going to turn into resources quicker. Like, that's kind of the thoughts. Like, if you can get it in round 2 as swarmlings, like, you'll get like, an extra worker than you would in round 3, depending on the track or like whatever. More apt to get you another spade or something. And that is true. I think the thing is like a 2-key town here for Mayo is like just a guaranteed win on Earth. So it's like, I think a 2-key town is always pretty good because you get a lot of power and you get a lot of points from it, usually, depending on how the cults are kind of set up. But like, if a 2-key town ever allows you to win a cult that you otherwise might lose, then it's usually pretty strong. Yeah. No, the 8 VP town, like, Mayo is just going to town up before me anyhow. So if I was Mayo, I might be inclined to just like 8-point town or just worker town, priest to earth, or like try to just like win one cult without the 2-key town. Something like that. I assume mermaids take the spade here. It's 3 coins. Spades are always great. It's going into a dwelling round. I don't know what else mermaids would be considering here. I guess like temp ship allows them to open next round with a double dig at 2 ship, if that's important to them for some reason. I don't think it is. Like, I think it's just the spade and 3 coins here for them. Yeah. So in this case, I pass, and I just jump onto the dwelling tile. I feel as though points greedy here. Like, I built another temple in round 3 and then delayed my dwellings till round 4. I've gotten 6 points on the ship VP right under the dwelling tile. Like, this is like a very... I tend to delay points so much in Terra Mystica, usually. It's like early, it's just like everything for economy. Like, build all my dwellings out, like, just like ignore ship VP, always take like a coins tile or something. And, you know, kind of ignore the track a little bit early and just like, kind of like just do whatever I want to get a good economy going and get a good position and stuff. And this is like totally different, I feel, where I'm like greeting points. This is also like tall and greedy from Mayo. Like Mayo could have upgraded ship this round and just got no dwellings. But he templed for fire too. Interesting. I don't entirely get the fire 2 play. Don't entirely get the fire 2 play. I think he could have just like built a temple for air 1 if he wanted to, and then next round built like a trading post or something. The 2-key town doesn't do anything this round, really. Right? He could have taken it next round. Unless he was concerned that, like, mermaids would somehow get it. I don't know. Yeah, heroic I did burn down. I would normally keep my power tokens as well. It just seemed important at the time. Yeah, it seemed important. So I think this round I'm upgrading ship and getting out 4 dwellings. Yeah. I don't know what much else there is to talk about in that sense. I'll take a Priest of Fire if I get it. Mermaids can take coins here. I can't. So if mermaids send a Priest of Fire, it's annoying to me. I don't get to respond by taking coins as compensation. And then engineers get coins. So that would be an annoying sequence of like mermaids, Priest of Fire. I just upgrade ship. And then Mayo gets a coins action. I guess what I'm saying is I'd rather mermaids just take coins here. And then I send a Priest of Fire. And then Mayo does whatever Mayo's doing. Mayo's on the ship tile. A bunch of priests. I think Mayo's perfectly happy not taking spades this round and just getting coins. Maybe he does want double dig. Like 3 ship is good for Mayo here. And if he gets a coin action, I wonder if that's the play. And then he just like builds a dwelling on B7, 1 on F5. Like then he has 4 grays. Coins, 2 ship advances, and then like 4 dwellings. Something like that. Yeah, okay, good. So I'll send this priest off. Which also means I can leech a free power. I think Mayo's probably just crushing this game. I've done some goofy stuff. I mean, I'll be okay here, sort of, but Mayo's gotten good leech. He's had the economy to be kind of greedy, and I think it's like paid off. He's got decent cult stuff. Like he's probably just wins 2 cults here. Yeah, culty NGs. I mean, okay, he does just go, yeah. So he goes double dig. I guess that is the yeah. If he's not going to get a coins and do a big shipping thing, taking double dig here just makes a lot of sense. He's just shaped like this game's shaping up as like a 3-town NG game. He's going to have me as a neighbor on C1 this round. I won't take E2, but Like, he's got 3 towns this game. He's got 2 cults. He probably just wins network. I think I probably just pull out a second here. Two dwellings round 4 looks good. Yeah, thanks, Super. Yeah, I mean, the thing is this entire game I will never take double spade, and I won't ever get a spade off the cults. So it's like, the cult rewards aren't really that. I got a blast of coins. I'm getting a priest. I'll get some workers going to the last round, which is good. The temple event isn't arguably good for cultists because, like, anyone can just build temples, send priests to cults, and get coins. Okay, mermaids are digging on the spade tile. Cool. Okay. So what I want to do here is I actually want to offer Mayo Leech because I'd rather a step. So I want to wait for him to build here and here before I build on these. Like, I could build on F2. So I think I upgrade ship now, and then I go for A4. I think that's the correct sequence. And then next round I hard dig this and build a dwelling or a landscape before Darklings get any ideas. I mean, this hex isn't great for them. It doesn't really go anywhere. Like, if they connect this game, it's through this stuff. But I do have to watch this. And given that I've built so tall, I don't really have the I don't have the worker. I haven't had the worker production. Just like, hard dig this. Milo securing the hexes that makes sense. That are next to Darklings makes a lot of sense. Assume Darklings like dig this, yeah, and then this or this. I think Darklings probably take this. Probably Darklings just want to dig this stuff out so that they can connect. Maybe they don't care about connection. I don't know. No, really. I'm interested to see what mermaids have in mind here. He did a single dig advance. I guess he has decent resources. It's just always a little bit of a shame to do that when you're on the spade tile. Okay. Interesting. Guess mermaids can town this round if they hard dig their landscape. I'm going to down convert. I'll build a dwelling here. The other interesting thing is that if mermaids don't take H3, next round I'll be in a position to dig it, and then this is a town. It's not a great town. It's like a bridge town. Well, but it'll have adjacency on all hexes, because if I take H3, mermaids will eventually take their blue hex, and Mayo's going to be here and here. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I think Mayo's right to take this. It's hard to say what mermaids are up to here with their digs. What did mermaids do? Oh, they built a trading post. They did a single dig advance into a trading post build, so that's hard to read. Yeah. Not only do we have expert players speccing, we also have Master C. Is Master C better than expert player? That pass from Darklings, nice tile for them, especially if they want a stronghold next round, which I guess they probably do at this point. And it comes with a coin action, which is cool. Not sure they needed to. I feel like Mayo probably just converts a priest into a worker. Like, he's overproducing them. Okay, so there's H3 gone. He's overproducing priests. That priest is a worker. I feel like Darklings could have greeted another turn there. Do this. I'm going to take the step on fire, I think. Or unless I take it on air. Let's take it on fire. I have a bit of like a, I don't know if it's like a weird ethical almost thing. That's not the right word at all, but it'll do for now. But it's like, I mean, it's also strategic to some degree, but it's like, if someone's giving me a step as cultist, I try to like, you know, not fight them on a cult, sort of. Like, I'll try to like, you know, go somewhere that they don't care about. Like, Mayo doesn't really care about fire. Like, I'm probably just gonna win it unless he like fire threes or something like that. And so, you know, just sort of stay in my lane. I want the fire worker. That's what Miles is giving me. You know, air is kind of chasing him. Water's kind of chasing him. I mean, my next step I'll have to put on either of those cults, but I do if I can. You know, if witches are focusing on the air cult and like engineers are on earth, I'll put my witches steps on earth and my NG steps on air, like that kind of thing. I think it also incentivizes players to like give you steps. Best player is Sasha though. Yeah, Sasha is he is part of my board game meetup in Ottawa. And he's got the bug for sure. Newer to Terra, like I don't know, a month or two in or something like that, but he's been like playing a lot and watching Zorus videos and doing all the things that we all did. I guess I can go I2 and then I'll get a leech from mermaids. Yeah. So this step I'll put on air if mermaids gives it to me. Ontario Terra Mystica players. Yes, exactly. Oh, it was a decline. All right. The other thing which I haven't really been paying as too much attention to, but I should, is like, do I get engineer's pass tile? And the answer is not necessarily. Because mermaids go after them. So, unless mermaids pass now, I might be able to get Mayo's pass tile. I have one more action. Mayo might want to pass. Yeah, he'd be overproducing that priest if he sent it to air. I think that this priest is a worker, but he can't build. He doesn't have a spot to build it. So I think as Mayo here, I would ship advance just for the points, and you need the shipping anyhow at some point, or I would just convert the priest to a worker and pass. Admittedly, the pass tiles here are underwhelming for Mayo. The priest is nothing for him because he's overproducing. I guess worker power is okay. Oh, he just does a trading post. Oh, yeah. That's totally the play, of course. I didn't realize he had his sixth dwelling out. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Oh, and he gets a town. Right, he has fire too. Not sure what I would take here as Mayo. You don't need any more priests. So if it's a ship town, it's just a coin town. Maybe a worker town. Oh, he takes the shipping town because he's on the tile. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, this looks really nice for Mayo. Get my free leech. Do this. Build another dwelling. See, Super, I have more than 2 dwellings now. I have 6. Look, I'm doing so good. So I think Mayo passes now, and I mean he could burn for a priest, maybe. No, he doesn't. Yeah, all right. Yikes. Which means I have to pass for like worker power. Can I even? I guess worker power. I do get the power. I can down convert to 410, which means I can accept 9. Yeah, so I will get the power. But it's just coins. It's a worker and 2.5 coins I'm passing for. Which is pretty lame. I actually prefer the spade. Now, next round is going to be a short round for me. I'm basically building a sanctuary for Air 1. Well, sanctuary for Air 1. Yeah, so it is worker power. I do this. I can accept 9, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can accept a 2 for 1. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to get a sanctuary for Air 1. I'd like to secure G6. Maybe just a landscape, because I can't really afford the dwelling cost. And then a trading post makes a lot of sense just to get Air 1 to start scoring points. And I'm going to need trading posts to build more dwellings. So sanctuary for Air 1, a hard dig landscape, and a trading post. And I have 11 coins. I have 23 resources, not including cult steps and declines. Yeah. So I have enough for that. I think 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yep. I don't actually think I do a priest to worker, but I don't think I do a worker to coin actually. I do power to coin conversions. Ah, brutal. And then mermaids are going to pass on to chip VP. I was hoping that if I was having a short round, at least it'd be a pass tile chill in there, but everyone is just hitting pass tiles. This is bad. Everyone's on a good pass tile except for me this round. So one of the issues with the coins tiles not being in the game is in rounds like, you know, this round, in round, you know, 4, 5, 6, whatever, if you're not on a points pass tile, but you can just like pass on to 6 coins, it's like kind of okay compensation in a sense for that. Yeah, it's okay compensation for missing like a pass tile, but here it's kind of like you get a points pass tile or you're getting like, you know, temp ship, worker power, priest, like those are pretty underwhelming options. So I'm building a sanctuary. Oh, and I can also town up this round. So maybe I send a priest to air before there's a big pylon. Maybe I do this. Air 1. Sanctuary step. I think Mayo wants to send a priest to air here. Well, yeah. I think I get another priest to air. I don't think mermaids care about the air cult. It's not giving a reward. I guess they can get 2 points against darklings. But I think the thing is that I can just send a second priest. Like Mayo does this. I can send a priest to spot 7. Air 1 brings me to 8. Probably mermaids just give me the step. I don't know. Maybe I do it over. Maybe I build my sanctuary over here to ensure that step. So I think I win air here. And fire. If I can get a second town. If not, then I just go up to the 9th step with my landscape, and someone here has to get literally to the 10th spot to beat me. So, which, you know, engineers with a fire 3 or something, if they've run out, they've run out of buildings to build because their network is so big, and they just build another temple so they can get more trading posts and that kind of stuff. Maybe they beat me that way, but I think otherwise, if I use a key on air here and can win this against Mayo, I might just be able to win fire as well. So that seems good. Losing H3 was kind of annoying. Second town really would be nice. Yeah, Mayo does send that. I mean, Mayo's really hoping that like mermaids care enough about the 2 points on darklings to send one of their 4 priests to air. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll take the 2 for 1. I need the coins. Interesting questions like what town do I take? Is it an 8-pointer? Because I'm not getting that many steps. Do I actually want to pay 3 victory points for steps at this point? Maybe. Okay, so Darkling's upgraded to 1 ship, so I have to just... I would love to send a priest. Oh, this is really this is really annoying. That's really annoying. I have to take G6 now. Which means Mile can send another priest to error here. And then he can win it. Ugh. I mean, maybe he's... Well, actually, if he does send another priest to error, he's overproducing priests, so it's going to cost him a worker. Like, both of these priests need to be converted to workers or used for, you know, a ship advance or a cult bump. Like, he already has 5 priests to cults. It's like, it's a lot. So we'll see. It might make sense, actually, for him to say, I mean, he's losing a worker, is basically what it is, right? He could convert that priest into a worker for next round. So he's losing a worker in order to kind of guarantee that he can win the cult, I guess. I don't know. So Darklings are probably triple digging A8 because they want to leave the possibility of them connecting to be open. I don't know that it's really that advantageous for them. But down convert, send a priest off. Maybe it is just an 8-pointer. I could actually lock up air in one move if I did that. I would go Sanctuary on F6. I'd get a step on 8, probably. I'd take air 1. Oh, is this air 3? Probably. It's kind of better than air 1, in a sense, if he's just playing against me. Well, I don't know if it actually is. It's... If he's just concerned about me, and he wants to evaluate this as an 8-point delta, then, like, air 1 is going to be, like... Yeah, air 1 would have been, like, 6 to the table. Maybe 7 to the table. But he's choosing 4 to the table, 8 to me. It's kind of complicated because, of course, the other part of the math is then my, you know, like, I just don't invest more in air. Like, I don't take an 8-pointer. Like, I probably just take the 11-point town or something. I don't know. It's on the edge. It's probably okay. It's super annoying for me, obviously. He loses a priest. Oh, yeah, or actually, right, by building the temple at all this turn, he actually just, he loses 2 coins and a power. So it cost him 2 coins and a power. He could have built air 1 next turn for 4 points. Is really, so it's 4 points, 2 coins, and a power versus 8 to me or something. Yeah. Again, like, Mayo's playing quite greedy on engineers. Like, he opened Earth 1. He did an early Sanctuary for Water 1. He's, you know, going for extra points on air at the cost of coin economy. Like, it's sort of a greedy greedy engineers game. He's not doing sort of everything to just kind of grow his economy. He's kind of like has been making decisions fairly early and throughout the game to just kind of like score points at the expense of his economy. And I mean, he's gotten good leech and he has no color neighbors. He's been able to expand. Like it might pan out for him, but I mean, it is round 5 and he's not on that many hexes. Like he and I have as many structures out. And given my start. That was a coin town. Okay, if both coin towns are gone, then I'm totally just taking the 11-pointer, literally right now. In which case, do I want to give these guys both leech and steps? I'm never getting water. I'm always getting second on water. Probably just do it here. I think I just do this. I take a copy of Air 1. I take the 11-point town. So I do get this. I guess I do fire. Yeah, I do fire. Air 1. I might actually lock up fire this round if I priest to fire or even use a bump, like it's an extra worker. Yeah. +3 power. So the real question here is, am I getting a pass tile? And is the answer no? Darklings have 4 spades. They can town up pretty easily. So that's more stuff. Engineers want to build some dwellings. And they can just upgrade ship. Actually, without a ship upgrade, he can just build 2 dwellings right now. I mean, Mayo's on the dwelling tile, so it's like just building dwellings this round is very strong. But like, does Mayo build a stronghold here? Wow, you know, this is so greedy from well, it's not even just it's greedy. Like I don't actually know, is this more points? Like this stronghold having a level 3 structure here is more efficient. It saves an expensive trading post, assuming I'm not going to E2 to help out Mayo. So this stronghold, like if he didn't stronghold, he needs an expensive trading post, which would cost 2 more coins. So you can almost think of it like this stronghold comes at a 2 coin discount. It's a 3 worker 4 coin stronghold in order to make this as a town. Like he's on the dwelling tile. I don't know. This is just wild. Okay, I want a trading post so I can get some Air 1 points. Is Mayo more apt to accept a free power, or should I force him to pay for a 3 for 2? I don't know the answer. This is almost certainly a decline by mermaids. I don't know. It's probably a decline. Yeah. So I'll just probably priest bump into fire. think my cat is screaming. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh, bloody cats. Cats are annoying. I'd super love a pass tile that gave me points. Eight-point town looks good here for mermaids, I think. Yeah. Looks nice. Yeah, Darkling's getting D7 is also quite annoying. So I need to convert my priest to a worker because I'm overproducing them. Oh, I'm overproducing priests too. Oh my goodness. Didn't even notice that. What am I doing? So I might as well use it on fire. Can also try to stay in the round. Honestly, wasn't even paying attention to that when I was doing that whole air fighting thing, that I was throwing away a worker as well. I was complaining about Mayo doing it and wasn't paying attention to my own game. So my only chance really for a pass tile is if mermaids don't want to like bump water with a priest. I mean, that's all they can do with their priests. They don't have enough resources really to upgrade shipping unless they burn down a bunch. I don't see what else they would do as a turn, really. So they can bump water. And then Darklings stay in. I don't know what Mayo's doing here. Yeah, like if mermaids pass, then I either get the ship tile or I get Darklings pass tile when Darklings pass into the ship tile. But if mermaids bump water, then I'm going to be the first to pass unless Mayo passes now. Oh, they can bump water and then advance ship. Yeah, they're on the ship totally. Yeah, so I'm never getting mermaids pass tile. I'm not getting Darklings. Is Mayo passing now for some unknown reason? He can't build a bridge anywhere without merging these two towns. So he doesn't do that. He's overproducing priests. So these priests need to be... Oh, he builds a dwelling. Maybe he builds a dwelling here. He loses a point for no economy, but it allows him to stay in. Yeah, you're totally right, L4. Water bump. Ship upgrade. That allows them to stall engineers. So what else can Mayo do? Well, Mayo can build a trading post, and I think that's 100% what Mayo wants to do here, is just build a trading post somewhere, which he will do with these resources. So Darkling's in. So even if I did some funky stuff to try to, like, buy a priest, Mayo builds a trading post, Mermaids upgrade ship, Darklings stay in, I do a thing with a priest, Mayo has to pass, then Mermaids pass onto Mayo's tile. Then the ship tile is available, and Darklings can take it, or... So what does that cost me? Because right now I could pass on a spade and 6 coins because I'd be getting a coin action. So I would lose a spade and the 6 coins. I would actually lose 3 coins and gain a cult step. So I would spend a spade and 9 coins to gain a cult step, 3 power and 9 points. Or I'd spend a spade and 9 coins to gain a cult step, 4 points and 2 workers. It's not great. Worker town from Darklings, presumably. And then converting those workers to priests. I think I take the spade. I take a coin action. Is there a world, like a spade and a coins action that allows me to get some extra network points, makes it more palatable? My network aspirations are not good. Engineers and mermaids are tied. Engineers have 3 open grays. Oh, they can't reach this one, but they can with a spade from two different hexes. So we assume they get one of these greens and they build here. So with a spade, engineers have 4 open grays. And he wants this. Do engineers probably get 5 more structures down? Have 1 structure left on their board. What do mermaids do? Hope if they lose this, they take one of these for their towns. Do they take this and this? Do they get 3 structures down, and so they're left with 3? Can I be left with 3 by building 2 trading posts and 5 dwellings? 5 dwellings with a spade. This is 2. Spade in here, and then I need to come up with 3 more. Like, it's not gonna happen. I'm just getting 3rd in network here. And that spade's not helping. Oh, Darklings undid their turn, I suppose, during that ramble. And just built a trading post. I mean, probably just passing for a spade, taking a coin action, and hoping the extra economy helps is just better than not having the spade, not having the 3 coins, not having the coins action bonus, which is 3 coins. I don't know. It's kind of close. Like, if I could get Mermaid's tile, it would almost be worth it. Take a priest. Mile builds a trading post. Mermaids upgrade ship. Darklings do something. I bump water. Mile passes. Just in time for mermaids to pass onto the dwelling tile. It's a hard call. Thing is I don't think I get the dwelling tile. I think it might be 4 points and 2 workers, and those workers are just 2/3 of a spade, so it can't make sense. And I'm not blocking anyone's pass tile this way anyhow, because mermaid. Yeah, I think I just pass here. Wait a second. Do I take a worker's action and build a trading post? Why is that any better? Because at least I get an extra point, and it allows me to convert. Is that any better? It's not great. Yikes. You would have also just passed. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's the right, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the right call. It's just one of the, like, sometimes in Terra Mystica, it's like the right call seems underwhelming. So you just sit and stare at the board state to, like, try to justify something else being the right answer. Right? But, like, it doesn't matter how much I stare at the board state, like, it's not, you know. At a certain point, you can be fairly confident that you're seeing all the things there are to see. So I don't know what those extra resources are going to amount to. Building a trading post, like yeah, I don't know. Hey, George. Yeah, it's a Weber stream. It's not a great Weber stream, but yeah, it's not a great Weber stream. But I'm doing a thing. It's been a while since I've streamed an arena game. I played a couple this season. Had some fun. Been having a hard time, obviously, as people can imagine, like finding time to play. And then it's one of those things that when you get out of the habit of streaming and playing, like streaming an arena game, it's just kind of easy to put off. You know, it's like, oh, like, you know, it's sort of when you're out of the habit of doing it, it just always seems more complicated to, like, you know, carve out the time, boot up Streamlabs, like get in the zone to sort of run a stream. And I've just been super busy. I started a different job in February. Oh, here's that stronghold town. And it's just been a lot more responsibility and a lot of work. So that's part of it. Like casting the last couple seasons of those. So a lot of work that goes in on those streams also is just like in the back end. Just like working with TMC to, like, I don't know, organize the games and organize a co-caster with me and doing all the overlays stuff. And so it in a sense, it kind of occupies a little, like, some of the space that I might otherwise play. Like, I only have so much TM time as well. So And I've been having a blast doing the Premier League cast, and wanted to try to do as good a job as I could for the last couple seasons. But anyhow, that's kind of where my TM attention kind of went to. But I'd like to get back in the habit of streaming a bit. I want to start doing open table again. Just figuring out, like, I don't know, better structure for doing those. Maybe every week is just overkill, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe trying to find like a cohesive group of people that just kind of want to do it every couple weeks, as opposed to the old model, which was, get different voices on every week with little overlap, which was a blast and a lot of fun to do, but that just took a lot of time. Oh, thanks, George. You hate lakes so much. I didn't actually know that you hated lakes, George. I don't think I knew that. Yeah, lakes is funny. I don't know. There's so many options in lakes. It's like I can never really wrap my head around it. Like engineers as well. I think this came up during one of the Premier League streams where I think it was, yeah, it might have been the last game where Claybo and I were like trying to figure out like where our engineers going to build their landscape, and it's just like there's just so many options. It's like we could dig this hex and put a bridge here. You could do this thing. Like on base map, there's just like kind of a couple places, right? Like you kind of know what the moves are, and it's just a question of sort of which one. But in lakes, in certain board states with certain faction combinations, it's kind of like I'm not even sure I'm naming all the possibilities. Like there's just sometimes the possibilities seem like very kind of wild. There's just like a lot of variation. Maybe it's just because I don't have as much experience with lakes as I do with base, so it seems like there's more variation. But I just kind of feel like there's a lot of options on lakes for what people can do. That's actually quite irritating to me, that dig. Because I really want I6. I didn't get D7, so I'm not getting B8. And Darklings have tempo on I6. I'd love to just dig and build a dwelling on I7 and then just get a free hex. Yeah. Yeah, engineers, yeah, can have pretty good games on lakes. Mayo's doing great here. Man, he's just been hitting the pass tiles. I think he went ship VP dwelling tile back to ship VP. I don't know what I'm using these resources for, guys. I don't have any more towns to build. I can build some dwellings. I already have 3 shipping. Cults are kind of decided. Think engineers, they have hardly any coins. But do they actually just want double dig here? I'd have to count how many hexes they're planning on building. But just going dig, getting those 3 dwellings out, and then coin towning for any final resources they need. There are no coin towns left, of course. Whoops, sorry, those pop-ups are a little much. Because Mayo has 2 free grades, and he needs to dig you one. So does he just double dig? Because the second dig is literally 2 bull 3 power more for 2 whole hexes. So like he has to single spade this and build this. So if he's gonna single spade, does he just spend the extra 2 power to also take I4, opening up H5 that he would otherwise never get? And then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes. Yeah. It might be a power town to get it done, but I just think he might have to power town, but whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Darklings are just letting me know what is up. Um, hmm. What's the play here? So I need to use my spade to dig something. I might as well take I1 because it makes Mermaid's towning there a little harder. Where's Mermaid's landscape? Oh, here. I see. Right. Town. So he just needs to... Oh, he has fire too. It's not... No, he just builds a trading post. Okay. So it's obviously just water. At this point, people don't really have any reason not to give me steps. Don't know that I want that leech. So the thing I'm trying to just like figure out here is I'm just trying to make sure that I don't want to take anything for granted, that like I'm just guaranteed 6 network points here. Like I'm not beating mermaids or engineers, obviously. So then the assumption is, well, I just get 3rd in network. And I'm just keeping an eye on Darkling's network to make sure I'm not like taking that for granted. He has a free black. He has 2 spades. So that opens up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he has this stuff to build 4 dwellings. So he gets down to 4 structures. Yeah. So actually, there was an argument that I should dig I8, actually. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? He only has 1 ship. So he either doesn't connect or he connects by using 2 of his priests. Okay. Like he doesn't connect, I guess. This is connected. I guess he could triple dig this. No. Yeah. So I guess Darklings just don't connect here unless there's something that I'm not seeing. So I do just always get 3rd. I need to build 2 dwellings, and then I have the same amount of structures as mermaids. But mermaids can build 2 dwellings here. Yeah. What I'm trying to figure out here is like, if all I'm doing is building 2 dwellings, like I could build here. I just need to math this out. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to upgrade digs. So like, there are no free browns. So every dwelling is just a hard dig. So we build 2 dwellings. Cool. So we want a 3rd dwelling. A trading post is 2 workers and 3 coins, plus a hard dig, and a dwelling is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 11 resources for an air 1 point, and 4 points between the track and earth 1. So I'm trading resources 2 to 1, better than coin conversions, increases my network, so it makes sense to keep building. So I go TP, and then another dwelling. 14 workers, 9 coins. So I don't have enough for that. So then I'm only doing 2 dwellings. Do I even build the trading post? It doesn't really make sense for me to do so because I'm converting 5 resource points into a point. Or sorry, 5 resources into an air 1 point. So I'm really just hard digging down 2 dwellings. 8 workers, 4 coins, which means I might as well just upgrade digs. Make sense? I'm just just saw your comment, George. I don't know. I don't know if you said that like 15 minutes ago, and then it took me like another few minutes to get it out. It's not uncommon for chat to beat me to things, but yeah. So yes. Usually when I'm playing a game, like that kind of logic of like, so I'm definitely doing this, so what else can I do? Well, this is the next logical thing that I could do. I can't afford that. Okay, so I'm just doing this one thing. What resources do I have left? Like that kind of thing like happens in your head pretty quickly. And sometimes like that happens also on stream when I'm just staring at the board state, muttering to myself and not actually saying what I'm it's just easier to process like you know, an order of magnitude faster by just sort of like doing the math kind of in your head, at least for me, as opposed to like doing all the clicking on the calculator. But anyhow, on stream sometimes it takes a little bit longer to sort of, you know, show your math, as it were. Oh, is this the start of the round? George was like, upgrade digs. George was like, scanning. Yep, upgrade digs, obviously. Yeah. So what if I got a dig advance? Those are 2 dwellings. 6 in network. Cult, 3 seconds. And all of that is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 14. I don't know. Does 157 beat anyone here? It's probably not that bad. I mean, Mayo, I just assume he's just building trading post. He's kind of short on resources. I mean, Mayo still must be crushing this. I mean, he has network on me. He has a pass tile. He actually has more points, and he has more cults than I do. 8, 6, 7, 18, almost. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so remember how I was razzing? Yeah, it definitely beats Darkling. Yeah, for sure. Remember I was razzing, was it Mermaids earlier? Oh yeah, I forgot they have fully advanced digs. But they had done a single dig advance on the spade. I was like, here I am, passing on to my spade tile. Oh, I guess it was a worker and 3 coins. It came with a coin action. All right, so let's use this thing again. So what am I doing now? I'm building 2 dwellings, and I'm doing 2 single worker digs. So it's 4 workers, 4 coins. So I have 2 workers, 4 coins, and a power, which is a coin. So 2 workers, yeah. So I can build a trading post, which won't make any sense unless it's like I'm probably losing 2 points for 1 and maybe getting a call step. Like, it's not going to make sense. 4 workers, 4 coins. Yeah. So I'll just have 2 resource points left. Getting some extra steps here just to be safe is helpful. Getting a step on water, I think, actually is a resource point. And, like, I don't know what Mayo's doing. I mean, those priests probably just need to be resources, but, like, never hurts to make sure I'm, like, getting that. Well, no, he'd have to... I have my landscape down. He'd need 2 steps to surpass me. But anyhow. Are you taking back what you previously said about Darklings, George? And how are mermaids doing here? They have 14 cults. They get 2nd in network. They don't have a pass tile or air 1. I don't know what their resources are here. 2 ships. And then they have 5 resources left. Sure, let's assume it's that. So they have 3, 4, and a resource. So they're 153. This was kind of a bad game, folks. So a step is a resource point. Preventing Darklings from just being able to build 2 dwellings seems good, so taking I8 seems reasonable. It's not a step. Giving mermaids free power here, but I would get a step. And free power back. I think actually taking I8 is a reasonable thing to do. Because otherwise he can't get out 2 more dwellings. I'm being, like, super aggro against this guy. I, like, blocked this person's... I keep saying guy. I have no idea. I blocked this person's, like, sanctuary in round 1 by taking a single spade and declining to build. Is that what I did? So that was sus and kind of annoying to them. And now I'm, like, digging their hexes. Also, who aggro digs Darklings? Like, how did Mayo just, you know, get out of this scot-free? I just dug I8, and I did not dig H5. That's sus. Might be sus. But I guess, you know, I'm just, like, trying to play for second here. I'm just sort of trying to mop up a second. Yeah. There's actually an argument, like, it depends on how close Mayo is at the end of this. But, like, I had the crazy thought, and then I didn't say anything because I thought it was just, like, going to be so silly. It was going to be embarrassing to say. But it actually makes more sense now. I actually thought about using my spade at the beginning of the round just to turn F1 green. And given that the spade was not 3 workers, it was 1, which I should have known at the beginning of the round. Like, I should have just gone into the round already having done that math. It should have been, like, obvious to me. Like, I had the resources I was having. Like, I knew I passed tile, I was getting a coin action. Like, I knew what resources I was going to have for the rest of the game. Should have been pretty self-evident what I was going to be able to do with them. That dig advances were going to be a thing, which meant my spade was just a worker. So, you know, I sort of made the assumption that, like, Mayo was so far ahead that really what I wanted to do is just sort of, like, min-max my own game to try to ensure I was getting exactly the resource points and all that kind of stuff to, like win against mermaids and darklings, but I don't know. Perhaps I should have. Yeah, like, Mayo's totally short on resources here. Like, he could just build a trading post. He has an open gray and the shipping for it. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Anyhow, what's done is done. So when I dig and build a dwelling, it's going to cost 4 resources, which means I have 7 left, so I'm never getting another resource point. I would need an accept on water, and then, like, yeah, it's not happening. I mean, unless I get 2 free power somehow. If I get an accept here, then mermaids build. Yeah, it's not gonna. Getting here into really nitty-gritty stuff, but Mayo might know I only have 1 shot left for a cult step. If mermaids decline me right now, Mayo knows that he can just go 2 priests to water and get 2 points with his priests. Oh, but he has a stronghold. He's always just building a bridge for 3 points. I don't think he cares about the 4-point delta. But I still think there's... I'm not going to give him the information. I mean, this is getting into some pretty... I think I dig, and I don't build. The only reason I'm being so, like persnickety... That's a fun word. Why don't I use that on stream more often? Persnickety about this is because I actually am not... Like, I haven't really done the math confidently to know where I am, and I wouldn't want to, like, do something and then, like, lose by, like, a 200 rated player by a point and then be like, why didn't I just, like, you know, make sure, like, I beat Mayo on water, like, that kind of thing. That's all. Oh, that's interesting. I think this means if I get the accept on B2, I actually do get a resource point. Come on. Take the free power. There's no... Well, I shouldn't say there's no reason. It could be, if he's done the same math, it could be a resource point, but it's just free power for you. I'm not fighting any of those cults. I was thinking about it. All right, and it's definitely water. Oh, mermaids, do they have enough? They're not building one thing at a time. Initially, I was thinking mermaids didn't have enough to build another structure and that they just wanted to advance ship. But then I realized they totally are going to build that trading post followed by a dwelling because they actually tie Mayo on network. Oh, which means mermaids are... I need to be worried about mermaids here. So they get tie for network, another dwelling, 4 for air 1. Uh-oh. 5. Oh, yeah, that... I forgot what my score was. That's not good. Four, five, six, seven, 8. Assuming the build is A2, I have 3 resource points. I think I just lost to mermaids. Oh, no, I didn't factor in my air 1. I think I beat mermaids by a point. Someone else want to do the math there? I mean, it doesn't really matter. The game is the game at this point. So I have 3 resource points here, assuming that mermaids build a dwelling here. So if I build a trading post, I'm losing 2 points for a point, and the only compensation is I get a step. Oh, the other thing I obviously should do here, and thank you for pointing this out, so just hold up for a second, is I think I should single worker dig A2. But then that's giving Mayo 3 points. So I need to be really careful about that, actually. I'm sort of king making a second here, and I just want to be careful about this. Like, I dug Darklings, and now I'm going to dig Mermaid. I'm going to dig Mayo a win in Network as the first place winner who's I've been fighting with this game. Like, yeah, this is sus. But it sort of makes sense if I know I'm only getting second here. Let's just... So that's Mayo's cult. Right now, if I do nothing, Mayo has second on network. Mayo has not passed. So Mayo is 170. 8, 8, 2, and 3. 15 in network. 9 in pass tiles. 125 on the board. No resource. So he's 170. Mermaids, if I do nothing, get a dwelling out, and then they have no resource points. They would also get second in network. They would then get 4 air 1 points. They have 122 on the board, 2 on air, 8 on water, and 3. So they're 158. I can give them a resource point at the cost of 3 points in network. I also need to pay a point to do this. So I'm paying a point. I think it makes sense. Oh, and then, yeah. I'm paying a point to do this. So I have to be sure that he can't do this anywhere else. It's interesting, though, but now he gets a point. I paid a point to give Mayo 3, so mermaids could get a point on fire by sending their priest there and lose anyhow. Yeah, please discuss. Also, George, you're VIP for a reason. I am CEO of SUS, so
There are 14 of you, and I just did a suspect thing. Please discuss. And call out my sus. That rhymed. Please discuss. Call out my sus. Yeah. L4, though, I think that's the accurate response for sure to that move. Is just, oh, this has been a wild game. Ugh. So I've played poorly, and other players are getting the brunt of that, which is why I kind of feel bad about this. Like, I've played poorly, and as a result, Mayo's having an even better game, and I'm just like, you know, being a jerk to Darklings and Mermaids. Hey, chickens. Dude, it's been a minute. Okay, thanks, George. I'm like a highly underconfident Terra Mystica player, actually. Which is the main reason why I stream, because I want people to sometimes validate the sketchy things that I do. Yeah, so there's no other damage I can do here. I'm just passing, right? Yeah. Quite the game. Good old 13 structure cultists on lakes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, 175. Yeah. It was so tight here, right? Between me and these players, like, this is, really what I mean, the thing is, yeah, I think he's right, but it was close. It was like by a point, and I don't trust my counting. The thing is, like, Mayo had a great game. I mean, he got engineers at a ridiculous price. I probably should just bid them down more. Played like fairly greedy, as I sort of talked about early on. Like, he built like a sanctuary in round 3, even though like it wasn't even a track event, but just to ensure he was getting water 1 and all this kind of stuff. So like pretty greedy. But just got good leech and did good things. Got the 2-key town. Was able to like still get his economy going. And so, but on top of that, like, I should have gone into round 6 knowing what I was doing, knowing that it's like, obviously I'm upgrading digs, I'm just building 2 dwellings, obviously. And so this is how many resources I have left. And so what it meant is I had a couple of workers left over with upgraded digs. So I had 2 spades that I could have just thrown away. Maybe it would have cost me a resource point depending on how stuff worked, but I basically had 2 spades. So why did Mayo get F1? Why did Mayo get H5? Now, could have I stopped his town? Probably not, because I would have had to dig F1 before my digs were advanced, so it would have been my spade, but I could have dug it to green. I think he may have had to hard dig it back and then take a worker town. Yeah. I think I could have made Mayo's last round about 10 points worse or something. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but like, I don't know what he would have done. He took the spades. He was out of coins. There were no coin towns to take. If I dig F1, he hard digs, takes a worker town, maybe, or something. Like, I think a single worker in F1 causes a lot of headaches for him. He might not have the juice to take H5. Like, he might need to hard dig F1 to take it back, and then I single worker dig H5, and then do the rest of the stuff I normally do. So, like, I mean, Mayo still wins either way, so probably me just focusing on getting as good of a margin in second place does kind of make sense, but it's just sort of how the things broke. Like, I was scrambling to save myself and also didn't calc round 6 very well, and so as a result, Mayo kind of just also walked away with a few other things. That's not in the slightest to take away from Mayo's win. Mayo wins here basically regardless of what I do, but his margin, his 20-point margin, or whatever it is, it's 17-point margin, could probably be reduced to some degree. Yeah, I think it's, if I play this different, I'm 157. Mermaids are maybe still here, maybe a little bit higher, and Mayo's 168 kind of thing. I think the last big choice that could have changed the game is the round 5 Sanctuary. For me, interesting. So I lose 5 points. So the Sanctuary was 5 and 2 and 2? Yeah, because I built this, so it was 5, 6, so it was 9 points. The thing about, I guess I build a trading post. Oh, I guess this trading post just goes here. So maybe my town's delayed. But I didn't really need that town, like, at that time. So this trading post is here. I still town up. Eventually, Mayo comes here. And then, so then the calculation is it's just 9 points for all those resources, which could have just been trading posts and more dwellings. I guess even 2 trading posts and 2 more dwellings, just getting those dwellings down would have been 8 points. And then I tie mermaids on network or something. Oh, another town. Yeah. The like G1, H1 stuff. It might have been tricky. Yeah, because I didn't have fire 2. Yeah. It's gonna look at my opening was pretty bad. And I also took cultists maybe too early. I mean, it was one of those things. I don't know how to evaluate. They were all pretty strong factions. I mean, darklings on lakes are good. They were sandwiched. That's annoying. Mermaids, I wasn't quite sure about, but obviously they did good here. Cultists on lakes against a lower ranked player that was locked into darklings, seemed good, which, they did just play over here and I got the rest of the board. So all that is true. But starting VP. Yeah. I don't actually know what the correct evaluation here is. Engineers could have guaranteed themselves double dig in round 1 if they wanted. I don't know. Yeah. Engineers had a good game. Maybe I should have dug them down more. But anyhow, I'm gonna wrap this up for now. I might play another game. I'm not entirely sure, but I need to grab something to eat, and then who knows, I might stream another one in a little bit. We'll see. But anyhow, thanks so much for tuning in, folks. It's nice to have to do another arena stream and just to sort of be back for this. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more streaming. Probably not like what I was doing before, but at least maybe one a week or one every couple weeks, something like that. So it was nice to see so many of you in chat, and thanks for all the good discussion and stuff like that. Yeah, have a good rest of your day. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, everyone.